Alright, everybody. Welcome back to another One Piece chapter reaction. We are on chapter 1182. Last chapter, titled God and Devil, we saw Loki fight Emu. Amazing fight. And it's still going to continue on this chapter. But it ended off with Emu recognizing probably Nidhogger, the little squirrel. So maybe the little squirrel is, has history with Loki from the Void Century, 800 years ago. That's our prediction. We'll see. But yeah, we're back. We have a chapter this week. Good to read. I'm saying? It wasn't that long of a break between chapter reactions, at least for me. I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna upload this tomorrow morning. I guess we'll get an early morning chapter, at least my time. I guess if you're living further east from me, it'll be afternoon maybe, and if you're living west from me, it'll be, in the middle of the night, I guess. If I upload this at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and you're from, the western, you know, western part of the world, North or South America. This will come out probably in the AM hours, 2, 3 a.m. But it is what it is. I guess get an early morning chapter. Why not? So there is an Oda break next week. We got a Golden Week break the previous week, which is why they didn't get a chapter. But like I said, the break wasn't that long for us because I was late with the chapter reaction anyway. So for us, the break was only, I don't know, 8 days or something. It wasn't that long of a break. So it was less than 2 weeks, so not that big of a break. And but the next break is gonna be a bit longer because if this comes out tomorrow, it's gonna come out on a Tuesday morning. And then we're gonna have no chapter this week, so we're gonna wait all the way until next Sunday to get a new chapter. But after that, we get 3 chapters in a row. So I'm not complaining. And Oda deserves his breaks. I'm really glad that Oda's caring for his health, especially now that we're ending, closing in on the final saga of One Piece. When One Piece ends, Oda can take a well-deserved break for life. To be honest, this should be Oda's life project, and he shouldn't have to work any more after this. I feel like he's put in so many hours, so much effort into this. He's already worked a whole life, one person's whole life's worth of, work, if you think about it. I guess other than, I don't know, helping out with the anime, live action movies, he could still do that. But working with that, I can imagine will be much easier than, doing that and the manga. And he can also put more time into those things than before, than what he's doing now, right? I'm sure now he's helping with the live action in the background, but he's probably not helping out as much as he probably wished he could have. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Oda wants the live action to be as good as possible, but when he's done with One Piece, if the live action is still going at the time when One Piece ends, I'm sure Oda will want, to spend more time on that. Not enough time that it's his full-time job or anything, but something he does in the background, so, maybe he does just want to laze out for the rest of his life, right? Just spend time with his family and not do very, very minimal. But I'm sure he'll get calls anyway to help out with One Piece merch, or live action stuff or anime stuff, especially anime movies. I'm sure even after One Piece ends, I'm sure we'll still get other One Piece stuff like movies and the remake as well, right? I mean, the remake, we recently got an announcement for it between chapter breaks. I haven't talked about it, but the remake is only getting, I believe, 7 episodes, but they're all 40 something minutes long, and they're going to adapt, not even Detective East Blue, they're only going to adapt until Luffy meets Sanji. So I don't think they're adapting Baratie even, or they're not even adapting Zoro versus Mihawk. So it's bittersweet news for me because obviously that's at least the start when One Piece gets some really, cooking. Whereas if you're only adapted up to Syrup Village, I mean, it's cool and all, but even the live action adapted more for the first season, so kind of bittersweet. But I'm glad at least they're taking the time to care for it. With studios actually gonna care for it and not just kind of do a worthless remake that makes you go, well, why should I watch this over just watching the original anime? To be honest, if the remake's just gonna be trash, right? We want this remake to be so good that we can say to any newcomers, hey, you want to watch One Piece, watch the remake. You might as well, right? Especially when the remake gets far enough to where it adapts the bigger arcs like Alabasta. Like if it gets to Alabasta, right? I can tell someone, let's say in 2030, or 2030 plus, in those years, someone starts watching One Piece for the first time, right? And let's imagine that One Piece is really close to ending there. So someone's want to join in the hype on the final arc. Let's say in 2032, One Piece is really close to the final arc or really close to ending. Because let's say it doesn't end by 2030. Let's say it's still going then. I can tell someone, well, the remake has adapted up to Alabasta by now. Let's say 2032, it's done that, or 2031, or whatever year it is. Imaginary year we're thinking of in our head. I can be like, actually, by 2032, I'll be 30 years old. So 30-year-old me, that's crazy. Time is going. But yeah, 30-year-old me can recommend, hey, just watch the remake up to the Alabasta, then watch the anime, continue on from the anime. Unfortunately, the remake hasn't adapted anymore. Or read the manga and, catch up with us, and then you can read the final chapters weekly with us and join on the hype so you don't get spoiled on what the One Piece is. Because I'm sure when we find out what One Piece is, that's going to be an unavoidable spoiler, and you know what I'm saying? You don't want to not be able to escape from that. Like Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers, I'm not going to spoil anything Jujutsu Kaisen, don't worry, but those are also unavoidable. I can guarantee you guys know at least one or two of the biggest endgame spoilers that are going to happen around the final chapters, because it's easily Jujutsu Kaisen is easily spoilable, and it's also one of the biggest anime manga, franchises, series going out right now. Even the manga's over, and Module, the sequel manga, is also over. The anime is still massive. It's still massively talked about. Probably the number one most talked about anime right now. Right? It's huge. So. Well, obviously, One Piece exists, and Bleach: Thousand Year Blood War is still coming out. These are classics too, but I'm talking about the modern era big hit anime like the Demon Slayers, the Chainsaw Mans, the Jujutsu Kaisen. I think Jujutsu Kaisen will be the number one, and so it's naturally going to get a lot of endgame spoilers. And Jujutsu Kaisen is also a very spoilable anime. I think the number one most spoilable anime is still Attack on Titan, but Attack on Titan is over, so people are kind of done spoiling that, and now they're moving on to spoiling things that aren't over yet, because those are much more easily widespread to spoil for anime onlys, especially, right? I've read the manga Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'm safe. I haven't finished reading Module though. I've only read the first couple of chapters, but Modules doesn't really have many spoilers, surprisingly enough. When I do see spoilers, it's from the main JJK manga series, so I've never seen a Module spoiler straight up. But also, I don't really know what you'd spoil about in Module anyway. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't read enough to get to any important character deaths or details or anything like that to be spoiled. Anyway, One Piece manga chapter 1182. This is what we're doing this time around. Sorry for yapping about all this stuff. The chapter is called Zaza. Okay. Let's get into it. Do we get to see a continuation of Loki versus Emu? We'll see. Here we go. Zaza, and we get to see Fujitora eating with some... What are those, squirrels? Wait, foxes? Fox... That's a... The one on the left is a fox. The one on the right is like a squirrel. Or maybe it's a tanuki. That might be what it is, actually. And it says Don in the background. Katsudon? Is he eating katsudon then? No, not katsudon. Udon, maybe. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense than katsudon. I think he's probably eating udon then. Because that doesn't look like katsudon. I mean, it's hard to see, but katsudon is rice, though. It wouldn't be noodles, would it? Noodles. If it's noodles, then it is udon, right? Udon would be noodles. So I think he's eating noodles, and it says udon in the background. I think it says don, but I can infer that the first hiragana letter that would be, or character would be u, so it would be udon. And I guess the foxes 1 and 2, the foxes and the squirrel, or the tanuki also want to eat the udon. I'm confused, but they're there with Fujitora. Let's see what the reader request says for this chapter cover, I guess you can call it. Reader request. Isho savoring a bowl of udon, so it is udon. Painstakingly crafted by Fox and Tanuki. It is a Fox and a Tanuki by Toshika Zoo. Toshika Zoo is a fitting name. Zoo, and you have these animals that make sense. So the Fox and the Tanuki are the ones that made the udon. Okay. And it says Isho Udon on a translator note. Oh, is that what it says? Oh, okay, that's what it says on the bowl. So on the bowl that Fujitora is eating from, it says Isho Udon. You can see, yeah, it says Udon. I was looking at the don in the top left, not in the bowl. I was not looking at the bowl at all. I was looking at the top left of the chapter cover. That's why you guys might have been confused. Like, I mean, just read the bowl. It says Udon clearly. I was looking at the top left, reading the don. Completely ignore the bowl. The bowl does say Isho Udon, yeah. I know the Ichi sign. I don't know that kanji means sho, isho. I did not know that. But udon, I can read that. Okay, let's get to the chapter. So, last time, obviously, Loki blasted Emu and dealt some damage, so Emu is not impenetrable. His presence is still there. But that did tire out Loki, that attack, okay. It's hard to keep him in sight when I'm so huge. And there's a squirrel. Nidhogger. To think that I would see thee again in this world. Traitor. Ooh, traitor. Nidhogger is a traitor. The squirrel betrayed Emu. I want to see the story that. No, guys, we gotta see Nidhogger in the story of the Void Century now. How was Emu betrayed? I'm sure Emu himself is a traitor. Okay, he's breathing hard. Okay, so Emu is tired as well. This ain't an easy fight for Emu. Snow. Ah, indeed. Lightning caused by an impact with ice. The affinity for one another was always great. Ragnir. Wait, what? No, wait, I'm stupid. Nidhogger is the dragon. That's Loki's devil fruit. But I thought... And yeah, the squirrel obviously is Ragnir, and that's the hammer. But he's talking about Nidhogger, so the devil fruit has a will of its own? That... I guess it is his own devil fruit? And we have seen before how Zone devil fruits seem to have some will of their own or something that has been talked about before. So I wonder what Emu is referring to here when he says traitor. Or unless he's referring to Loki himself being a traitor. Which, I mean, Loki was never on your side to begin with. Not even back with Harald. Only Harald was on your side. It was never Loki. So I'm not sure there. Snow. Ah, indeed. Lightning caused by an impact with ice. Okay, the affinity for one another was always great. Ragnir. So it's saying that Ragnar and Nidhogger always had great affinity for each other, okay? So thou stayed as though were in days past, waiting for a new master to come along. How familiar this sight is! Kick, 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 kick! Okay, there's the freaking squirrel. Hammer Ragnar, squirrel, squirrel fruit. Oh, the hammer ate a squirrel fruit, not the other way around. Of course, but of course it is. Of course that's how it is. I'm stupid for even thinking that the squirrel ate. Yeah, of course the hammer ate the squirrel. Duh, the hammer ate the squirrel fruit and turned into a squirrel. Only in One Piece, by the way. Only in One Piece can I go up to you and tell you that yeah, there's a sword that ate an elephant fruit and can turn into an elephant. Like a sword elephant. And I can tell you that a hammer ate a squirrel fruit that turned him into a squirrel. A half squirrel, half hammer. You heard that correctly. Hammer. Yes, the tool. The hammer, the tool. Yes. That's a squirrel. Only One Piece, man. Of course. Why? I'm so stupid. Bro, we've seen Chopper eat the human fruit. A reindeer became a human. A half human. I mean, come on, man. Squirrel fruit, mythical type, model ice squirrel, Ratatosk. Okay. Ratatosk. Probably not the R. The R is probably not supposed to be pronounced, right? Ratatosk. Ice squirrel. So, Loki Nidhogger with the lightning powers, meshing with the ice powers of the squirrel that the hammer ate, causes the snow that Loki's referring to. Okay. Ooh. More ice coming at you, it seems like. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. So, Ratatosk, Ragnar with the ice. And here comes Loki with the lightning. Ragnar Quint arrow. Shooting arrows through. Okay, so they're going through the ice to cause, a combo attack. That's pretty cool. Gazing. Oh! Now he's shooting his ring up in the sky. Is that the ring behind his back? He's enlarging it, shooting up to the sky. Again, like an angel. I've already talked about how that ring looks like, like an angel figure. Gazing. Eclipse. Shoots out those little guys again, those little bombs again. That he made them with the Omen or whatever. His Omen thing, his Omen attack. Okay. And boom, boom, boom. Okay. So he's countering the bullets with those things. They're blowing up with each other. Loki's attacks and Emu's attacks. Loki's able to stand up to Emu. Ooh, massive fire destruction everywhere. So you gotta remember, these guys are massive. Actually, Loki's massive. Loki's dragon is massive. Emu's already big, but compared to Loki, he's small. So you have to think this causing massive wide-scale destruction here. Yikes! Scary, says Bonnie. Bonnie, come back this way. Oh, she's with Lilith. Don't worry, I'm not going to try to fight that. Bonnie even says, yeah, this ain't on my level. This fight is way above my level. Even if she turns Gear 5, her version of Gear 5, this ain't on her level. You just relax back here. Of course not. I'm your guardian now. I'd never let you do such a thing. But who is that? He's clearly the superior of the Holy Knights of God, but he's not one of the five elders. He's someone above that. Bro, Sanji got cooked. Look at Sanji got cooked. Oh man, it's sad to see in this state. But at least Zoro got cooked too, so by Emu. So Sanji fans are not gonna get roasted by Zoro fans too hard about this, because they always do. Sanji fans always get roasted by Zoro fans. Okay. In a massive organization lasting 800 years, it's only natural that power struggles. The power struggles will breed deeper and deeper darkness, which would mean, hey Sanji, you're too hurt to. There's no other choice for me. Bonnie, dang it, Sanji got hurt, bro. Even did Sanji something bad. How's that, Sanji? I didn't even need to take you out myself. Although it's incredible you're even alive right now. Okay, I mean, you know, Sanji should be able to withstand an emo attack and survive like that. Come on, man. So, what did killing him decide to do after that? Just left him there? Didn't decide to finish off Sanji like he could have, maybe? Where are you going? Back to my mission. Can't you see my rippling strength? Okay, so Omen gave him his strength back. Killian goes and says, "So long, sucker!" Just flies off. Gwa! Ooh, that's disrespectful, Sanji. Oh, that's disrespectful. I would hate to be done in like that. Look at that. He jumped off of him and gave him an extra impact. Now, Sanji, now you gotta take care of killing him now. By the end of this arc, I need to see Sanji take down killing him. That's disrespectful. You cannot take that level of disrespect and let him get away with that. He still hasn't given up on kidnapping those children. Oh, okay. Sanji cares about the children too. Sanji! Oh, he's off. He's flying off and away. I can't let all of our battles be for nothing. This is the land of that Usopp and Luffy have been dreaming about. I'm going to keep Elbaf safe. Huh? It's a land of giant, beautiful women, of course. Lilith and Bonnie are just there. Just sighing, just staring at him like, okay, well, what a weirdo. Alright. He's jumping away. He's geppoing away. Geppo! Alright, the Owl Library. Okay, alright. So this is something that was set up a couple of chapters ago, but we never got a follow-up. So what's going on now? So around the back, there's a hidden tunnel. Uh-huh. Ending in a secret room? And you managed to protect all the books from the fire. Well done, Biblo. Ah, secret room that, you know, even the fire couldn't get to. Even the God's Knights wouldn't be able to find. Good stuff, Owl Biblo. Thank you. I thought they were all lost. Oh yeah, that would have been scary. Those books are important. Yeah, I'm mighty glad too. And if I gotta admit it, I'm even more perplexed about you than before, Biblo. Okay, so... how long has Biblo been alive? Yeah, and how much does Saul know about Biblo? How much are we supposed to know about Biblo? Because maybe Biblo is just this character that's more intelligent than he is appearing, but, you know... tries not to come up into the limelight. I feel like this Biblo bird, this owl, gonna turn out to be something real important, man. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're going off to the village. Sea Cloud Port by Western Village. Branch Route, Western Village, Rainbow Port. Okay, and here we go. Woo! What's going on there? Is a Elbaf ship falling? Oh, this is Sommers. Okay. What's the plan, Sommers? What is he doing? Why did he drop the ship to the port? Is it because he's trying to use the ship? She's trying to use the ship to escape, right? To get out of here with killing him and Emu. I guess they're done with their mission. Okay, well, let's see what their mission is from here on out. Hey, hello, Moshi Moshi. This is Sommers speaking. Did I say Sommers? I meant Super Sommers. Oh, he's gone Super Saiyan. Oh, he's got a ring on his back too, so Emu's Omen gave him that. Was that the same with killing him? It was. Killing him also had a black ring on him. So whatever Omen thing Emu did gave them power, super powered them up, and then also gave them the string behind them. I found a giant chip to use. Bring the brats over here in 5 minutes. Right, so the plan is still to bring the children there. Run away with them and use them as hostages to force Elbaf to work with... you know, the world government, which is just not gonna happen. Loki especially is just not gonna work with them, right? We're gonna save the children. The one goal this arc is to make sure the children are gonna be safe. Pub, Western Village. Look at the forest. It's like a war scene. Okay, so this is the pub still. This is where Gerd and Chopper are, and a bunch of the other characters that were injured from the emu rampage at the start when he first came in. The cut through your fingers was incredibly sharp and clean, so they should reattach. Reattach! But it'll take months for a full recovery, huh? They should reattach! What type of doctor are you, Chopper? Whose fingers can reattach just because they got cut through cleanly? That makes no sense. No, if your fingers get cut off fully, there's no way the nerves just reattach, the cells recover and build up, and then you can move your fingers again. Surely at that point you need like cyborg fingers. I was expecting Frankie to build her some cyborg fingers to use from now on, because she had both of her hands. She had both of her index and middle fingers cut from both of her hands. So I was like, okay, well, too bad her fingers gone. Emu just cut straight through them. But cyborg fingers or something. She'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? She could still swing hammers and spears and stuff. No, I guess not. I guess Chopper has a crazy doctoring ability, having to cure all illnesses. Apparently, he can reattach fingers. And also, then that's kind of bad from Emu, no? Why is he cutting people cleanly? I guess he's thinking Gerd is so weak, I don't even have to cut her roughly, or her fingers roughly enough to where they can't reattach again. I don't know. That's crazy. The cut through your fingers was incredibly sharp and clean, so they should reattach, but it'll take months for a full recovery. That's still crazy. The fact that her fingers can recover. Oh, sorry, it wasn't her middle fingers. It was her thumb and index finger that were cut. Her middle fingers are fine. The rest of her fingers are fine, but it's just. Yeah, the fact that he cut straight through her fingers, that was brutal, man. Thank you, Chopper. I feel so inadequate. I'm supposed to be the one who heals everyone else, right? Because she's the doctor of the crew, right? And then Rhodes is the navigator, Harden is the captain, and Goldberg is the cook, right? The chef. That's how the New Giant Pirates went. Am I missing a member? Gerd Goldberg, Harden Road. I feel like there's another member. Oh yeah, Stanson. Oh, Stanson is the shipwright, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we just got the reveal in the anime as well. The newest anime episode that came out on Sunday, also revealed that. So I shouldn't be forgetting it when it's that recent. There was nothing you could do about that. Yeah, no, honestly, Gerd, you should not feel inadequate. And this is Emu we're talking about. He's the hidden ruler of the world. I guess he's not so hidden now, but nobody's expecting to be. I mean, the fact that you're still alive is the thing we should be thankful about, right? Emu could have just killed you there. Thanks, Dr. Chopper. Oh yeah, he's healing everyone. Oh yeah, Harden got done dirty. What about Stanson? He had his foot cut off. Does his foot reattach? You know what I'm saying? For helping my mom and everyone else. Oh yeah. Wait, what happened to Colin? Speaking of your mom, what happened to Ripley? Where's she at? Where is Ripley at? It's only emergency care. Once we're through this disaster, I can give them proper treatment, says Chopper. Ooh, ultra rare girl. Oh my goodness, not a road again. My precious has chopped fingers? Am I dreaming? Is this official? Bro, Road is a friggin' weirdo. I don't know why he's part of the Green Giant Pirates, bro. Since the start of this arc, he's been a friggin' weirdo, bro. I remember how much of a weirdo he was when I was watching the anime. I'm like, come on, bro. I'll give you all of my fingers if I could. Ugh, don't. Yeah, I'm with you, girl. Don't. Harsh. I am unworthy of the gift of your sharp tongue. Alright. Gerd, at this point, just ignore this dude, man. Why did y'all even invite him to the crew, man? Like, she's a navigator? Is he even a good navigator? Definitely doesn't stand up to Nami. Harden looks messed up. Where's Ripley at? But when I saw how you risked your life for your brother Bjorn, it did make me think a bit better of you. Ah, okay. Alright. Nice girl, Gerd. Rose is super shocked by that. Yeah, he's gonna be happy with that compliment for the next 5 years. Rhodes squirts blood when he gets excited. All right, man. So why did you compliment him then, Gerd? He's like Sanji, but way less likable. I have an excess of ultra rare Gerd. There goes her respect. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, who's this saying this? Is that Colin or is that one of the other children? That's not Colin. Alright, well, let's keep going. Team Zoro, port side of Western Village. I appreciate it, Goldberg. Our legs can't carry us as fast. Okay, Zoro is not as hurt as Sanji is, I will say. So now the Zoro fans have that one up on Sanji that they're gonna, they're gonna go after him with it. It's fine. I'm the only one on the new giant pirate who didn't get horribly wounded. I mean, Road seems fine to me. But yeah, Stanson got his foot cut off. Harding got done dirty. Gert had her fingers cut off. Road seems fine to me, though. Plus, Albaf's in peril. I appreciate you helping us out. Okay. No worries. Our captain's a friend's country is my country kind of guy. This is true. I can see why Harding thinks so highly of him. And this is why Harding decided to team up with him, right? That black flame, though, it was transforming into steel bullets and bombs. Ah, yeah. He steal those specifically. So I didn't think they were steel. They look like some black orbs to me. But if they're transforming to steel straight up, oh yeah, Zoro's carrying them, and he clearly helped the Knights of God who were already here power up further. If we don't put an end to them soon, things will get out of hand. An end to them. Is he talking about the Knights of God or to Ymir himself? I'm guessing he's talking about the Knights of God because he's seen that Loki's taking care of Ymir for the time being. For the time being, because, I don't know if Loki can hold out for long, right? And Luffy's currently eating still, so Luffy should also get back to the fight with Ymir soon. I'm guessing we're gonna get a situation where Loki's gonna be pushed up back a bit, and then and then Luffy comes in and is like, "Don't worry, Loki, I'm here to help. Let's fight together." So that's how one of these chapters is gonna end, right? Port Western Village. Okay, so Zoro's still nearing the port side, but this is the actual port. So Zoro will soon approach the ship here where Summers is, and it seems like Killing is here too. So okay, Summers, I messed up. I summoned the wrong thing. Killing him? You didn't. Yes, what I'm afraid of. I got overzealous. You idiot! Now you're gonna be freaking us out. But you can still control it, right? Yes, it's still a spleeted, so I think so. Well, what's done is done. Just hurry. We don't have time. What about Gunko? I saw her on the way here, but she's gotta be dead, man. What? Y'all gonna just leave Gunko? Come on. I think she's the coolest out of you all. I want her to keep it going. So be it. Great Emir's body is not meant to withstand the outside. Withstand the outside? What is Ymir? Some sick older person that, you know what I'm saying? Bonnie before she got healed by Vegapunk? What do you mean Ymir's body can't stand the outside, bro? Can't have the most powerful person in the world not stand the outside. You just have to keep Ymir protecting the castle at all times. But even pushing past that, the strength we need and the strength we ought to destroy are both right here. Do not disappoint the Great One. Huh. We must live up to his expectations, killing him. Of course! So they're not even gonna save Gunko. They're just gonna escape with Emu. Because Emu can't handle much of the outside. And then Gunko's what? Is Gunko gonna be stranded here? Are we gonna ally up with Gunko? I mean, there was a connection between Brook and Gunko, Princess Shuri. Princess Shuri, you know, there's a connection. There's maybe Gunko joins our side, tells us about Emu. That could be an interesting thing. That is something Oda would do, is have Gunko turn into one of the good peeps, right? Because she didn't seem evil to me either. And if Brook recognizes her, I don't know. And Prince of the Kingdom being connected to the world government, you know, to the God's Knights, that makes sense. She could have been emified, like, let's go with emify. Or Norted is what we called it in Kingdom Hearts. But maybe, emified might work best for One Piece terms. So what we called Harold emified. So maybe she got, Gunko was Shuri got emified somehow, right? But Brook recognizes her from 90 years ago or whatever, 70 years ago, whenever Brook was a pirate himself. Now, it's kind of interesting to see that little story, how that's going to unveil. If Gunko stays, at the end of the chapter, it could be something she talks about. Alright, where am I at? Okay, of course. Western Village. Okay, so I'm in the Western Village. Rain? It's a downpour out of nowhere. What does this mean? It's flooding indoors. Don't let the window get soaked, or even indoors. Go! Capture those brats! Ah! Colin! Ilva! This is crazy! So this is where Ripley's at as well. Okay, so Ripley was here the entire time. So help us! There's something outside. So Killian's got these water powers too, as well as the monster, the scary monster powers. Or maybe this is part of his scary monster powers, and this is scary monster that's capturing them. But I was gonna look at, so Chopper earlier was with Gerd and them. And there's Oimo. I see Oimo here. I think I saw Oimo later as well. In this next panel. Yeah, see, I think that's Oimo. So Ripley and Angie and Oimo are here. Is that Bonnie as well? No, that's one of the Elbaf kids. But then, yeah, Bonnie's supposed to be with Nami. No, with Lilith, I mean. So, if Oimo's here, then isn't Chopper, Rode, and Gerd also here? And yeah, here's Colin. We literally see Colin right here. We just don't see Ripley in this panel. So Chopper's supposed to be right here too. I'm confused by this. So Chopper's supposed to be right here too. Ripley was here the entire time, and so is Angie. Alright, we'll see how this develops. There's something outside. We were born in a place so high it's above all the rain clouds. Water coming down from the sky. It's a mysterious terror. After the people of the Dianika. Okay. It was the most common boogeyman they warned us about. That in the lower world, there's a monster called the Rain God that dumps water on top of your head. What the heck? That's interesting to learn about. These guys live so far above that they don't have rain. This is crazy. A Rain God. A bunch of gods. Mentioned here in One Piece. Yeah. Is that what he was talking about with Summers earlier, saying that yeah, he summoned him. He summoned the rain god that they're not used to it. You're gonna be freaking us out, right? So I guess that's part of the rain thing that they were talking about earlier. The thumbs on the top of your head. Okay. Appear into the rhythm of the prayers for rain. Huh? What is that? Ooh, it's Zaza. Freaky. Also, they know Zaza too. Appear into. Oh, look at her. She kind of looks like Robin if she poured down rain. What is that? Ooh, it's Zaza Freaky. Help us, the children. What we're afraid of. God of Rain Zaza. Okay, so it seems like the people of Elbaf know about this Zaza too. Because they're screaming about Zaza. And she brings down rain. Interesting. She's got a lot of arms. 4 arms. We see 3 arms at least, but I'm guessing there's a 4th one somewhere. Because her right hand side has 2 arms. We see 2 arms sprouting out. And this is the monster that Killian's brought forth. But this is not a real monster. This is just a creation based on people's fears, right? So it's not the real Zaza, but it's still scary. And she's massive too, by the way. You gotta think about these people down below are giants. So think about how big she is. Think about how small humans are compared to giants, right? We even saw them in the live action if you watch the live action. You think about how small, and then think about how big Zaza is compared to these massive giants. This Zaza God of Rain is massive. Even those children, right? Those children are bigger than normal sized humans, obviously, way bigger. So those children she's capturing with her hand that hand of hers is massive. Her entirety is massive. So Nami could be a good one to combat Zaza, maybe, right? Rain powers. Maybe Nami could counter rain powers with her weather powers. We'll see. Nami will at least be best suited, maybe. Because Robin's currently busy in the Owl Library. Sanji's gonna fight, killing him. So I guess, and he's also not suited to fight women because obviously, I mean, it's a fake god made of people's imaginations. But maybe Sanji fights, killing him. Zoro's gonna chase after Summers probably. Loki gonna fight Emu. Chopper's busy healing people. Usopp and Brook are still injured. Bonnie's being protected by Lilith, so they're together. Frankie, I'm not sure what he's doing completely. I guess he's still with Nami. So the only one left remaining would be Frankie and Nami, but I guess Nami would be I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna deal with this problem. Now take him away. Get ready, Summers. We can sail at any time, says Summers. Okay. Uh-oh. Something's going on at the village. Should I turn around? Hmm? Oh, nah. Huh? Hey, get the job done right. Same to you. Okay. So, Sanji's gonna go and save the people in the village. Zoro's gonna keep going. So you know, wait, see here? Zoro and Sanji trust each other. They're saying, hey, get the job done right. But low-key, they're just... it's just because they, you know, they have their bitterness towards each other. But they trust each other to get the job done, right? Goldie's like, nah, don't turn around. Sanji's got it. Alright, and that's the end of the chapter. Okay, kind of a bit of an abrupt end of the chapter in a way. Just saying, get the job done. Alright, bye. It would have been it would have made more sense typically to end on the Zaza, big Zaza panel, which what a beautiful artwork. Can I just say that with the Zaza panel? But now we're ending off with Sanji and Zoro trusting each other. And that's the end of the chapter. So I thought it was a great chapter because you got to see we got to see both you know, low-key, a little bit of low-key and Emi fight again with some extra information about the connection and, you know, the squirrel fruit and the hammer, right? Ragnar Ratatoskr fruit squirrel thing. Even the squirrel called Ratatoskr, right? The devil fruit. As well as obviously Nidhogg, who's apparently a traitor, according to Emu, Loki, eating that fruit. And so we got to see a little bit of their fight, and then we cut off to see what a bunch of other people doing, including Robin and the mysterious owl. Now that, you know, now we see that he's very mysterious, and not too sure what's going on there. But and I got to see what the other gods and knights are doing. We got to see, you know, the people healing from their injuries, you know, their emergency injuries, which was fun to see. Good to see Ripley as well, which now that makes me wonder next what's happening with Scopper, right? Scopper's not just not doing anything. And obviously next is Luffy. I think we should be seeing Luffy next chapter now, right? This is a whole chapter Luffy-less. We got to see Luffy eating last chapter. Next chapter, we'll probably see Luffy back, fully powered up after eating, right? That's going to be 2 weeks' time, though, because obviously Oda's taking a break this week. Summer, Gosh Darn is prepared the ship again. You know, him and Killing are back to being powered up. And Zoro with Goldberg as well, and obviously killing him, bringing on the God of Rain, Zaza. I think that's really interesting. That might probably be the name of this chapter reaction for me. So, yeah. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. That's it for my chapter reaction. I mean, I read the chapter, I reacted to the chapter, and that's what these videos really are. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading this chapter. I'll be seeing you guys in 2 weeks' time for another One Piece chapter reaction. Between then, I think I'll be able to get more Kingdom Hearts videos finally out. Recorded some more. So at least tomorrow you'll get more Kingdom Hearts. At least for, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know when I'm gonna upload them, but for you One Piece fans who read my who watch my chapter reactions, you already know early that I'm playing Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. There you go. It's gonna be part 4, I believe, of Kingdom Hearts Days on the Nintendo 3DS. So you're gonna get that. There you go. Early reveal. You're gonna get it more than 24. You're gonna get me teasing it to you guys more than 24 hours before the video even comes out. So there you go. Because I'm uploading this tomorrow in the morning, and I'm gonna upload Kingdom Hearts the day after, but in the afternoon probably. So there you go. Y'all can have that leaked info from Ammon himself, but I'm sure that won't be leaked very far. But you know what I'm saying? Before the actual video comes out. But there you go. For the One Piece chapter reaction fans, you'll get that. But that's the end of my reaction. See you in 2 weeks' time. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading this. Amazing what One Piece is doing now. The South arc has been sick. And yeah, alright, you all. Peace.